Hello. This is one of the episodes that I pre-recorded for my maternity leave. So this was recorded around November, end of 2023. So that is just to let you guys know that that's when this happened. And I love you all so much. Thanks for listening. This is going to be an amazing episode. Love you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Circle time. How are we doing? I hope everybody's doing good. We have two very special guests today. I'm very excited about this. My friends, my lovers. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, honestly. We're all very tired. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves to the Circlers? Tell them who you are.
Hello, Circlers.
Hello, Circlers. Thank you for having us here. Hi, I'm
so formal.
Hi, I'm Ria, and I am one half of Chicks in the Office.
And I'm Fran, and I'm the other half of Chicks in the Office.
So together they're one
whole
whole chick in the office.
There you go. Yep.
Wow. And I am just so honored that you're here.
Thank you
Honored
for
to have
having
you
us.
on.
We're honored to be here.
It's so nice to see you guys.
We love seeing you every time. Kelsey, you're like the only person that we on the side text when we're on our way to LA. Like we talk, the two of us, and say like, we should try and see Kelsey. There's not a lot of other people we try to
That's so
see.
nice. I really do love to see you guys as well. And what?
When I texted you, I was like, she's gonna, have an excuse as to why she can't see us. So when you responded like yes, I was thrilled. I was like, oh my God, she said yes.
No, I like seeing you
that's
guys.
not a reflection of you. It's just we just think I think nobody likes us. So
me too.
It's just like it's that just natural feeling. So I'm like, oh, she's gonna have something else to do.
No, I completely understand that, and I feel very similarly. Like a lot of the time, anytime I ask someone to like come on the podcast, I'm like, they're obviously gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like, why would they say yes to this? I'm sure they have something else that they would rather do. But you guys, especially, if I see a text from you, I get like genuinely happy.
Yeah.
I did not get my nails done for you purposely.
Okay.
We're not really
out.
we're not in a dangerous length though yet.
No.
I feel like.
Let me see. Ria is notorious for having the most overgrown nails I've ever seen. I've truly never seen anything like it. We have quite possibly the most random group chat that's ever existed of people, and Ria will just randomly send pictures of like how overgrown her nails are. And it's
been a while because you've been so
keeping
good.
up more
because of the engagement.
Yes, that is exactly why, Kelsey, because I start to notice that the ring doesn't look as good when the nails are grown out. And so you got to keep up. The color is important. Everything's important. But there was a period of time where they were like
talons.
Yeah,
it was kind of it was scary. It was impressive.
Yes, thank you. You were like
impressive.
the most like, this is impressive that you were doing this.
Yeah, well, I was trying to lift you up.
Yes, thank you, as always.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. Like, you have a really good nail person because those things stayed on.
Well, these are like my real nails now.
Those are your real nails?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
Are you taking prenatal vitamins?
No.
That's the only time my nails became like actual, not slices of paper.
I think they're putting something special on it. I'm not sure, though.
What the hell is on there?
I don't know the secret ingredient. I don't know.
They don't break?
No. They're like hard as, like, they're so hard.
That's
you
crazy.
you get the gel on top.
Yeah,
of
but
them.
the hard gel, like not the weak gel, like the UV. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You guys are both engaged.
We are.
I'm so excited.
Big
for
life
you.
moments for all of us.
For everybody.
Happening right now.
That's true, but I'd rather talk about your engagements.
Okay. We'll talk about you tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
if you want to come, you know.
I do. I still do. Believe it or not, I would still love. I'm going on Chicks in the Office. Probably that episode might be out before this one.
Yeah, we're pretty quick.
You guys are quick.
Our turnarounds.
But let's talk about the engagements
Yes.
because I have some questions, and I'm sure that you've covered this on your own podcast.
Yeah.
But it's time to like let the circlers know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So Ria and Fran have been doing their podcast together for how many years? 5?
5 podcast years,
Yeah,
6 like doing
working
things
together.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
I didn't.
You
We
guys
just said that.
well,
No, you said it beautifully. You said it the exact
All the same
way.
words came out the exact same way.
Yeah.
Right. That was
Both of you said
uncomfortable.
nothing and everything at the same time.
Well, we had a radio show on Sirius XM first. Well, we first started doing the Chicks in the Office Instagram. We just would post videos on there. And then we got a show when Barstool got like a channel on Sirius XM. They gave us a radio show. And then from there, we started the podcast. So we had like a year of doing just like Instagram and then the radio show before the podcast
Got
started.
it. And you met through Barstool?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Okay. So you guys have been friends
Yeah.
for 6 years.
Yes.
Yep.
Working together and friends.
Yes.
And then they just so happened to get engaged on the same a
Back
day
to back.
apart,
Back to
Like
back
24 within
days.
24 hours.
Yeah. Back to back days.
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yep.
Did either one of you know the other one was getting engaged?
She knew Fran
Yes.
knew that I was getting engaged.
Yes.
Okay.
I had no idea. Fran's
And I
fiance,
also had no idea
Fran's
I was
fiance
getting
told
engaged.
not a single soul.
Yeah.
Really?
He told my
Your family.
because we were on my family's trip,
Yeah.
but he kept tight lips. Like didn't even tell my friends. Like my friends were like,
Really?
"Wait, what the fuck?"
Was he worried that someone was going to spill the beans?
Yeah. He like really was trying
Ria?
to have it be
No, I
a
would never
surprise.
spill. I wouldn't spill.
He's just like, and I've always said this to Ria too, because we're just in that time of our lives right now where all of our friends married, engaged, like it's all happening.
Yeah.
A lot of it's happening right now.
Yeah.
And he was getting so frustrated with his friends that were like telling him that they were proposing months in advance.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm not going to tell us. Like, I'm not telling. I think he just got so caught up. He was like, I'm not telling anybody. I'm keeping it a secret. He's like, I'm so annoyed. I know like 4 of these guys are proposing. I know too many details. It's
Yeah.
too many secrets. Like,
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not telling anybody.
That makes sense.
And he pulled it off. He did not tell anybody but my family. And I had no idea. But we knew about
Yeah. Yeah. My
Yeah.
fiance told everybody. But he was just really excited,
Right.
which I love. And that's
Right.
like who we both are. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like to be taken aback. I don't like being surprised by
Right.
many things.
Right.
And also, like, we're getting married. Like, I don't think it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know that you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about it. And
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, how or where, like,
Right.
exactly. I just knew, I knew when he got a ring because I saw his location. And
Did you?
yeah, and also like he was not like he like came home and was like, I did something like really cool today. Like he was just
Aw,
like
that's
really
sweet.
excited about it. And then I was like, I saw.
Were you just looking?
Well, because he was
I
like,
look at Find My Friends all the time.
yeah. So we had like this is a conversation where people are like, oh, like you don't trust. It's not that like safety purposes. Like
Yeah.
like we travel a lot
Yeah.
and like. I get like really like
Yeah.
like I want you to know just in case something were to happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Like you, like, so for like, you want him to have your location.
Yeah, like just in case.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We travel a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
just whatever. So he said he was going to Long Island to like help his brother with something. And I was like, what? Like, because he's just the type of person
and he's
that-
a bad liar.
he's a really bad, like
yeah.
he just just says everything.
Does not have a good
Yeah.
poker
And
face.
we like do everything. Like we'll go to the store together, like everything. Like
Yeah.
we just love doing everything together. So
Yeah.
I was like, and so I like felt so bad after I looked. I was like, oh my God, like I see the jewelry. Like I
Did
see
it
this
say
store.
like jeweler
Yeah,
or
like
something?
it was like the name of the place was like,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, oh. And then when he came home, he was like all giddy, and then I was like, he was like, I did something like really cool today, and I was like, ah, and that was back in like March.
Okay.
So there was a long.
When
and then
did you get engaged?
July 1st. So there was a long period of time of like, we went to London, so I thought maybe it would happen there in like
Yeah.
the end of April. But we're both so family oriented, so I also knew that he would want both of our families there.
Right.
So yeah, he
Oh,
told
he was so excited. Like he sent pictures of like I saw the ring. Like he sent pictures. Like
Really?
he was
Early,
well,
yeah.
because he knew what she wanted, but
Yeah.
I think he was also like I want to double, triple, quadruple
Yeah.
check that
Yeah.
like
because I
and
didn't
was
give like an
guys,
exact like
right. And so
Right.
he was like, I was like, no, stunning, perfect. She's gonna love it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was crazy, but so exciting because now it's like such an exciting time for
Yeah.
both of us, and like
That was so fun though too because he was telling other people and like I was navigating, like I knew, and then I was trying to figure out if other people that we work with like also knew. Like there was times like with Kelly that I would look at Kelly and be like, do you know, do you like and do you know everything that I know or less or more?
Yeah.
But not like say it or say anything in front of her.
Because there was a period of time where I was like, why are you being weird? Like,
I was being weird. I was being weird.
Like,
I was being weird.
Like, and then she was like, she's like, I just don't know what you know. I don't know what anybody knows. Like, I don't know, whatever. And I was like, listen, like,
because she kind of started to lead on that she knew, and then I was like, oh shit, she knows, but I don't want to give anything anymore.
So then it gets like tricky.
Yeah. I started acting like I didn't know, and she was like, you're being weird. Like, why are you not like excited? I'm like, I just don't want to ruin something. Like, I get so nervous about ruining something.
It's hard, like when your best friend knows, because like you want to ask them for like advice on certain things, but like you're like also like, do you know that I'm getting engaged? So you don't know what to tell me. Like I remember when I was like, maybe I'm getting engaged,
and then I'm like, I know the whole plan. Yes. Like how do I give advice and like not give something away?
Like how do I like? I remember texting my friend Emma, and I was like,
in the group chat with the nails.
Yes.
I texted her on the side of the group chat, and I was like, if someone was maybe getting engaged in the next week, and I'm also trying to gauge if I am, so I'm trying to see like what she says. And I'm like, what do you think their nails should look like? How should I paint my nails?
Hypothetically speaking.
And she gave me like the most like flat answer. Like it was like, I was like, okay, I'm not getting engaged. Like she just like didn't say anything, but like she now like after was like, I was freaking. I had no idea what to say.
Yeah, it does put pressure on the other people involved, but yeah, no, it was so funny. But I didn't know like how or where. Or I just knew that like, and I feel like Fran, it was great that it happened around the same time too, because you want that period of time where like you're not going back to work the next day. Like you have that. We had like a full week after where
our guys had the exact same idea. It's like we don't take a lot of time off,
and that's like the 1 week
and it's
we
the
take off.
1 week in the summer that we take off.
Right.
And so both of them were like, oh, we'll propose at the beginning of that trip. Then we all have a full week plus
full vacation
where like you don't have to talk about it, because we were talking after and we were like, that was so much better, because if it was just on a Saturday and like we're in the office on Monday, we're immediately like on the podcast being like, I'm engaged. Yeah. Like there was no time to
just like
to
enjoy
and
it.
sit in it.
Yeah.
So we both like got our own individual time. Like we were both on our own vacations for like a full week before coming back, which was nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I was shocked and honestly a little bit comforted to find out that approximately 1 in 2 women will struggle with hair loss or thinning. I have struggled with it. My hair thinned so much as I got older and just like changed a lot. And I was kind of embarrassed about it, but this makes me feel so much better. You know, hair thinning is not really openly talked about. So going through struggles with your hair can feel lonely and it can feel frustrating. But I swear by Nutrifil, and it really helped me. And I am stocked up and ready to use it to help with my postpartum hair loss too. I can't wait to start using it again. Nutrifil knows a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. So they have multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages. So I will have like a specific formula for the postpartum hair loss. There's a specific formula they have for menopause, as well as different lifestyles such as plant-based diets. And it's just amazing. You can take their hair wellness quiz on Nutrifil.com for a personalized hair health plan based on your specific root causes. It's just the best. The thing I love about Nutrifil is its whole body approach. It targets the underlying causes like stress or hormone fluctuations, nutrient gaps for visibly thicker, stronger hair. Nutrifil is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrifil is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrifil.com and enter promo code CircleTime. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrifil for healthier hair. Nutrifil.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code CircleTime. That's Nutrifil.com, promo code CircleTime. 2024 is here, which is honestly insane, but I know it's going to be a great year. I cannot wait to see all of the things you circlers accomplish this year. It's going to be wonderful for all of us. I encourage any of you who have a desire to do something new, to put yourself out there, start a brand, sell a product, post content, any dream you're holding on to, I want you to just go for it. I know I've mentioned this, but my life has completely changed for the better when I put myself out there online. And I couldn't have even dreamed up my life turning out the way it has. And I want you all to feel the same way because you never know where putting yourself out there will take you in life. And today's podcast is sponsored by a service I love that was so helpful when I was starting out, which is Squarespace. The thing I was most scared to do was start. Everything seemed so complicated. Everything seemed hard to do, but Squarespace is so beginner friendly and so easy to use. Whether you're looking to sell a product, post content, grow a brand, Squarespace is the perfect place to do so. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. They make it easy for you if you're just starting out with their features like the flexible website templates. They have designs for any category you can think of that you can customize and update. It's so easy to use. My personal few favorite features are the video collection, the asset library, and the custom merch. So the video collection allows me to organize my video content easily. The asset library lets me upload, organize, and access all of my content in one place. So everything's just organized and right there. And my custom merch allows me to sell my merch to my audience. They really just make all of the things that I was worried about like figuring out how to do, they make it all so easy, and they make it easy to create a beautiful website for any endeavor you are starting. So start, go for it. You've got this. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/circletime to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
Who did it happen to first?
Me.
Okay, so when, like, I'm assuming you called.
Yeah, I texted her like immediately and was like holy shit.
But your fiance's name is Marty?
Yeah, Matt.
We can call him Matt here.
Matt.
His name's Matt.
His name is Matt. It's
Okay.
just at work, like everyone has a nickname. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yes.
Can I call you guys Ria and Fran here
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
Okay.
We actually prefer Maria and Francesca. No, we work at a place where literally everybody has
A nickname.
Yeah.
and like fake names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like nothing even remotely close to like what their
Right.
real names are.
Yeah, I was
sometimes.
not expecting you to say Matt.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name's Matt.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Matt, was he, after they called, was he like, what the fuck? Like, was he kind of like freaking
I can
out?
tell on his face, it was like, oh, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
like we talked about it after, and he was like, I obviously could not change
No, yeah.
anything. Like,
Right.
he had this plan at a whole entire place that was
Yeah.
like booked out.
Yeah.
He had family fly in, like my cousin who lives in Florida, who's like my best friend, like fly in,
Right.
like my whole, like threw a surprise party in my backyard with like all of our extended family members. And he was
Yeah.
like, I couldn't like change my plan.
No.
And I don't think anybody would expect him
No.
to change the
No.
plan.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I'd been planning this for so
No, of
long. Like, I
course.
can't.
Yeah.
And like
They had the same idea
Yeah.
too, right? Like when I told Joe, like I knew Ria was getting engaged. Afterwards, he told me the same exact thing. Like he was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I flew to Florida. I talked to your parents. This is my
Yeah.
grandmother's ring. She's like,
Aw.
I put the wheels were in motion with Mima to get the ring. Like
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
like we were moving. Like there was
Yeah.
they
There's
were
no-
two trains. Like
yeah.
neither we could not stop.
yeah.
Right. I mean, it makes sense. It's like, it's something like they plan a lot for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so, like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think
but then you
also
start to
imagine
freak out
like
a
my
little bit.
grandma would have truly.
She
Like
would
my
have
grandma
killed
would have been
Joe.
like, "You're not getting the ring."
She would
like
have killed him.
if Joe was like,
if he changed
yeah,
it.
if Joe was like, "Oh, actually, like I'm gonna push it back a couple months," she would have been like,
Yeah.
you're not getting the ring."
Yeah,
Like,
she
she was
would've-
already
yeah.
she was already being like, if he wants this ring, the clock is
Yeah,
ticking.
she was. Yeah,
Yeah,
she was on it.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
on it for sure.
Well, I'm glad then he stuck to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah, we both are.
Yeah.
No, I
And
think
'cause
it was
worked-
so much fun.
yeah,
Like when
yeah.
we came back from
It's
our
so
respective
fun.
vacations,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, you know, you like got to spend so much time with your family
Yeah.
in Italy and like such a beautiful
Too much
vacation.
If I had to go back, I would have changed that.
Yeah, that was
no,
funny
love them all
talking
so
about that.
much.
Yeah.
But
Love you
like
guys.
the first weekend was so fun, and then like afterwards, I'm wanting to keep. Hey, I'm like, this is my trip. Like I'm trying to make
100%.
This is about me.
Yeah.
And like it got to the point where my sister was like, all right, how many times are we going to toast to them getting engaged? Like, it's, it's over.
Oh my
We're like
God.
on family vacation now. And I was like, you know what?
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Like after a little bit into it, we were like going to bed and Joe was like, I'm glad I did this way, but I kind of wish I like said, hey, on, Tuesday, Fran and I are going to pop over to this other resort by ourselves and we'll see you on the plane home.
Yeah.
Which would have been nice,
but it was still
it was
beautiful.
great.
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah. We went on like just us two. He had booked a surprise vacation in St. Martin at this like really beautiful resort. We went to St. Bart's for a day. It was like the best vacation hands down I've ever been on, and the most relaxed because we didn't like post about getting engaged that entire week. Like I wasn't on social media at all. I actually had like some other stuff happen. My sister found out she was pregnant. Like,
oh my God.
Basically like right before I got engaged. And then she thought that she had like lost a baby like the same week. And it was a crazy time. She's great now, pregnant. Like everything is fine.
Okay.
I've actually never talked about that, and she might, I don't know, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
I think it's okay
great
now. Yeah,
but it was like a crazy like weekend in general. And they know, like my family didn't tell me that was happening until the day after that I got engaged, because they wanted, you know what I mean? There was just like a lot happening.
That's a lot.
So we just like, off social media, off my phone, majority of the trip.
Which
and
is
like
also
really
just nice
like
to
got
like
to
enjoy
soak in
things.
like a vacation with each other, which was just so cool. And then like the best part was coming back on Monday when we recorded the podcast, where we were like, we're engaged, and it like looked like we got engaged to each other.
It
like
honestly did.
Yeah, and
I was like kind of like stoked. I was like, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
And there were people that were like, wait, they're dating? Like, which was so funny.
We were asked that last night too. We were at an event and we both like said the words "we're engaged" to like Ria was talking to a girl on her left, I was talking to a girl on my right, and we both said like, "Oh, we're engaged," like at the same time. And somebody across the table was like, to each other, or
oh my
like,
God.
And we're like, oh no, to our fiancés, like, and he was like, just
you
really
never know.
You never know.
No, it was so funny, but
no, we definitely didn't really think about that. And then when we looked at the pictures and like we decorated the studio and like the caption was like, they're engaged. Yeah. And it was like,
we're like, whoa, they really threw us for a loop. We had no idea they were dating each other.
And they both got rings.
Yeah, we gave them to each other. Yeah. Well, it was so funny.
It's just so exciting. Has planning alongside each other been fun? Or have there been anything that you guys, like one of you has said that you wanted to do, and then the other one was like, I actually also was gonna.
No, because we're like,
so like,
we're contrary to what people may think, we are not getting married on like back-to-back days.
Yeah, we're getting married like with a good time in between.
It's spaced out and different vibes.
Way different.
Like I'm doing more like beachy vibe, I guess you could say. Beachy, like outdoor vibe. Yours is outdoor.
Mine's
outdoor.
like indoor, outdoor. Like, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not beachy, but
in like the New York area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Long Island. People think I'm getting married on Long Island. It's not Long Island, but like, it's just different feels. And also like, I think our planning experience is a lot different as well.
Yeah.
Like we're both going about it in a different way.
Right.
Which is nice because I feel like it gives us time to like be there for each other during our times.
Right.
Like it's like, okay, I'm getting married first. So like we're doing that. And then once that like flips, it'll be like, which I think focus all turn to her.
Yeah,
and it's like,
good.
so
good.
we're not totally planning, like we're not getting married like a month apart where it's like, okay,
like
we
your
have
bachelorette and then
we
her
have to do
bachelorette.
our bachelorettes are like back to back. It'll be a good space.
Which I think is so important because Fran is getting married first 2024. I'm getting married in spring 2025.
Okay.
My brother is getting married in the fall of 2024. My sister's having a baby in 2024.
Yeah.
Fran's getting married in 2024.
Yeah.
So like there was just a lot of things happening, and I was like, I want to be able to give my all to everybody in my life.
Right.
And not have people have to worry about my event. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be there for Fran and her bachelorette and like give it my all and like make it the best thing ever and like just totally like dive into like her wedding and my brother's wedding and like my sister having a baby and then like our time.
And then
it can be about
enjoy
her.
it. Yeah, exactly.
It's easier.
And she is very like empathetic. And so I feel like she puts herself out there for her friends and her family. So it's like I think when you are completed, like doing those things, you're going to feel so great. And then it'll be so much easier to like actually put yourself first. Cause you'll be like, all right, you guys are all taken care of. And I put my all in it. And now I have no problem being like, this is my time.
I just want to be able to be there for everybody. Cause I feel like I get so like, I overthink everything where I'm like, was I not like there enough? Like, was I, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
totally. I feel like something I get in my head about a lot is like not actually being present for like certain situations. And I'll like leave a situation and be like, what was I doing the whole time I was there? Like, did I tell people like I'm happy I was there enough? Or like, did I say enough? And so like, I feel like to give yourself that time, it'll be really good.
This is so cheesy, but I was talking about this the other day and I feel like it's kind of like on that theme where I've been thinking lately. I'm like, if you have a compliment in your head about somebody, say it to them.
Totally.
Like, you have to say it to them because there are so many people that like walk around, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's like people think things about, right? Like they could be thinking, I love her shirt. I love this, whatever.
All the time.
And they don't say it.
Don't say it.
And so now I've been telling myself, like, say it. Like, whatever comes to your head, say it. Like, don't be afraid, you know, because you get like shy. You're like thinking it in your head.
Right.
And so the other day we were at a restaurant and this waitress had the coolest nail color. I was like, your nails. I was like, I'm going to tell her nail color. And she was like, gave such a great answer about her nail color. And I was like, what a great conversation we just had.
So
like,
nice.
It just opened up. Like, she was like, you know, we don't really get to express ourselves enough in this restaurant. You know, we have to be very buttoned up and wear a uniform. And this is the best way I can like really express who I am. And I was like,
wow,
that's beautiful.
This just opened up like such a great conversation.
Right. But it also could like, someone could be like, thanks.
Right. They could not care at all.
Yeah.
Too.
Like, I feel like sometimes I've said something to someone and they're like, okay, cool. I smell good. That's weird. Like all of a sudden I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah. You're actually never complimenting anybody ever again.
Also telling people when they smell good.
Yeah.
You know, like if you have a good scent, like I'm always like, you smell amazing.
Yeah, I notice you do that. You're like, you really appreciate a good scent.
I really appreciate a scent.
Because it's so nice to
even
hear
when we meet like
to you.
girls that listen to our show.
Yeah.
Like when we do our live shows and stuff and we do like the meet and greet before, I feel like I'm constantly like hugging people and being like, you smell amazing. You smell amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of my favorite compliments to get.
Yes.
So like if I smell someone, you got to tell them.
Totally.
You have to.
I feel like that's because it's such a thing that people like think about all the time. Like if someone forgot to wear deodorant and then they're thinking so much about the fact that they forgot to wear deodorant and then someone says that they smell good, it's like you just made their day.
What about if they smell bad though? You tell them?
No. Actually, I was talking to someone about this yesterday. I was like, I would never just like tell you that you smell bad, but if you were like, hey, do I smell bad? I wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
You'd
be like, it's not good.
I would say like, yeah, put deodorant on.
Yeah. Maybe
some body spray.
Freshen up a little bit.
Yeah. Just go put some water
There's
on your
nothing wrong with that.
pits.
Happens to everybody.
Just
But I would never be like
soap and some paper towel and
yeah. I would never just volunteer that information.
No,
you can't.
That's like I would either.
Like,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I don't believe anybody who would say you don't smell good.
It depends on like somebody. If it's one of my like best friends and they don't realize, I may be like, well, I just need to let you know.
There are different,
But I'm not telling a stranger or anybody like that they don't smell good.
Right.
Because, well, you tell a stranger that they might smell good, though. Yes, but, like, you wouldn't just tell someone that they smell bad. If I, like, maybe I would tell my friend if they were, like, if we were around other people and I was like,
yeah,
you stink a little bit.
There's like tears to it. Like if you're sitting on the couch, you're like, you fucking stink. You know what I mean? Like that, I could see that coming out of my mouth. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Really? That delivery?
Like maybe if it was somebody I was like, it depends who. You know what I'm saying? It depends also the mood. Like if we're in a giggly mood, that might just come out of my mouth. Like
and then everybody
we're
would
joking,
laugh
having a good time.
it.
Like, oh my God, you fucking stink. You know?
Can you imagine the mood shift?
Just say it with a smile.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, if you're laughing while you say it, like no one could get upset about that.
And they may think you're kidding, but you know.
Right.
So as everybody knows, Cody and I are about to welcome our first baby, and we are obviously so excited and can't wait. But we know that we are about to be busier than ever before, and we're going to need some helping hands, more than just a couple. And Thrive Market will be my go-to for all my grocery and household essentials. Thrive Market is an online membership-based market that ships directly to your doorstep. They are on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. And they really are my lifeline year round, but especially in this newborn chaos, I just know how helpful Thrive Market is going to be. They save me so much time that I would have spent waiting in long grocery store lines or running out last minute for whatever it is, like more paper towels or anything like that. They're not only a time saver, but they also save me money. I have saved over 30% on my grocery bill since switching to Thrive Market. They really are my go-to for all grocery and household essentials. All my favorite snacks and daily supplements are on Thrive, like the Purely Elizabeth granola that I like. They have the good Ezekiel bread, the oat milk, the Khalifa oat milk I like, and I get my collagen powder and probiotic supplements on Thrive Market as well. They really have such great snack options and like healthy, good snacks. And I just love it. On top of saving 30% on my grocery bill, Thrive Market has a deal page that changes daily. It gives me cash back on all my favorite brands, and they have a price match guarantee. The cherry on top is that when you join Thrive Market, you are also helping a family in need with their 1-for-1 membership matching program. So you join and they give. Join in on the savings with Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. Go to thrivemarket.com/circletime for 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. Who doesn't love a free $60 gift? That's THRIVE market.com/circletime. thrivemarket.com/circletime. All right, sweet circlers. It's a new year, and that means there are new opportunities to make connections. I know it's exciting. And I know when it comes to dating, it can be tough to put yourself out there and just like know where to begin. And it's scary, but we're doing it. And I'm encouraging you all to get out there and try it out. And that's why I'm excited about Hinge, the dating app designed to be deleted. As you all know, I am a married woman. But if I were single today, Hinge would be the app for me. You know, there's just so many ways to personalize it and make it feel like you and feel like you can like find someone who gets you. I also hear amazing things from friends that it is the app to use if you're trying to date intentionally. Hinge is a perfect dating app for the new year if you're ready to put your best foot forward, go beyond the surface, and express your personality and meet people who are on the same page. I love helping my friends update their profiles and find new pictures and answer new prompts and all of that stuff. And the new year is the perfect time to change up your profile and put yourself out there.
I love this so much because I just think that it's great. You can tell if someone actually gets you or gets your sense of humor or has a sense of humor themselves or is into the same things as you. And it's just so nice to like skip the, like I said, small talk and really just actually see if you could get along with someone.
Manifest the dating experience you want this year. Download Hinge and find someone worth deleting the app for.
But I think it's different. Like if you have something in your teeth,
have to tell
then
somebody.
you would tell.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I look in the mirror and I have something in my teeth and I've been talking with my friends the whole time, I'm like,
I'll never speak to them again.
No, it's so offensive of you.
I told
It's
this.
like, how many people have I spoken to that I
Totally.
thought loved and like looked out
No, she
for
gets
me?
mad. She gets sometimes mad because never, and I do tell you, but even like she'll notice the tiniest little thing.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh my, we just recorded the whole podcast. You didn't tell me I had something in my fucking teeth. And I'm like zooming in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I could not, from where I was
Right.
sitting, I could not see that teeny tiny morsel
Yeah.
on like the side that nobody was going to see.
Right.
Wait, you told the best story though on our podcast.
What is it?
It wasn't about something in my teeth, but I literally had this happen to me over the summer where...
This summer?
Yes,
Okay.
this past summer where we were at my friend's house and I was having a conversation with a guy that, you know, way back when we like kind of dated.
Okay.
It was like never a labeled thing. but-
Right.
And we're friends and we're having a conversation and he was like, I have to tell you,
No,
like
I'm
you
scared.
have a booger like hanging out of your
Stop.
nose basically.
Stop it.
And I was like, you know what? Thanks. But then I was like, I like tried to like, it went on for far too long. And now Ree's telling it in the moment, I tried to tell myself like, this is not mortifying. So like,
Right.
I really talked myself out of being mortified.
Yeah.
And then when I retell it, I'm like, oh my God, because literally like, I couldn't get it. He was like still there.
No.
Still-
Oh, you
I had
had to
to-
like excuse
No,
yourself.
I
and go-
excused myself to go to the bathroom and like fully had to like blow my nose. but like came back out, and I tried to just laugh about it, and I like walked out. I was like, "Is it gone? Like, can you look up my nose now?" He's like, "No, you're good." But yeah, because then we were like, that can be a sensitive one too. And they're like, "Hey, you got a little boogie, little boogie,
a little something."
I feel like I don't know. I'm like
the booger one I think is the most sensitive because
I would be embarrassed.
It is the most embarrassing one for sure.
But then you also would be embarrassed if you like went and looked in the mirror after you were talking to this guy.
Yeah,
you're
and
like,
you
"Oh my god, I had a
booger
booger the entire time."
Exactly.
How long were you trying to get it out in front of him?
Too long.
Were you like finger in, or were you just doing a lot of like brushes across?
I kind of like gave myself like a little like hand guard and was like wiping, and then and I just had no idea. And we were in like a big group setting. There were other people around us, but just the two of us were like having a conversation.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, now I just have to actually go. Because sometimes it's, it's a cute little something and you can just give it a rub and it's gone.
It's cute.
Your boogies are cute.
Yeah,
this one wasn't cute, I guess.
No, there's no way you would have an ugly boogie. They would only be cute.
I can't imagine it being ugly.
No, it was a real problem. So.
No.
But I also was like, you know what? Fine. Thanks for letting me know.
It is sweet that he said something, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm really sorry.
Really bold at the same time.
I mean,
it was in the morning and it was like it was like an early day, but a day where we knew we were going to be out and about in town. And so everybody was like kind of starting to have like morning cocktails, early afternoon cocktails, I would say. It was like noon. So there we're having mimosas and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to pretend like maybe I was a little tipsy and this is just how it went.
That's a good scenario for it.
Yeah.
It's probably
honestly,
the most
like,
ideal.
You know what's also annoying is it's a funny story and I laugh telling it, but then I'm like, I hate telling stories about this guy.
Like giving him the satisfaction.
Exactly.
Totally. The keys even in the repertoire store.
He was not the main. He wasn't the main character.
No, he was
story.
not. He was not. He does
repertoire.
Repertoire.
He is not in my repertoire of telling stories.
Repertoire. Repertoire.
Yeah.
Is it French?
Listen, you're asking the wrong girl.
Has to be.
I've never used it.
That might have been my first.
It was good though. You should have just stuck with it.
No, I did, but nobody heard it. So I had to
We've
be
been
like,
using
no, I heard it, but I was like, oh, she used repertoire. She's
I'd be like,
smart.
repertoire. You guys hear that? Right?
We've been experimenting with using new words.
I have been experimenting new words. It's not my forte.
Like what? Forte?
Yeah.
You hear that one?
That was a good one. That rolled off the tongue.
That one just threw that one out there.
Do you have any others?
No, well, we talked about this the other day. Like, I realized once I learned my words, that's it.
You stopped.
I don't want to
expand them.
New lingo. She's like, I will never start to use new words.
Like I don't want to pick
new
up
cool
on
kid
new
words.
I don't want to pick up on the new lingo.
Like, do you mean like the trendy lingo?
Yeah, like slay, like stuff like that. Like, that's not coming out of my mouth.
Right.
Like, there's a ton of new ones lately.
Bet.
Well, there's a lot.
Bet is old. Bet came out when I was in high school.
I can't.
And it's not like
I know, but
Bet got like a resurgence.
I bet. Like,
no, I can never. Like, if you heard me say, no.
I bet.
I bet.
Oh gosh.
Bet. I don't even know how I would use it.
Bet.
Oh, bet. I actually have no clue. There are so many things like that I hear on TikTok now, and I'm like, if I tried to say that, I would sound 800 years old.
Correct. It's mortifying when you try and to throw it out there and then everyone's like, what did you just say?
No,
right.
Totally. Like also even like slay. Like sometimes someone will be like, will say slay to me and I'm like, yes, slay.
That's
like,
how I feel.
I'm like, do I say it back? Like, is it like, do you?
Yes, thank you, slay.
Yeah,
slay to you.
Thank
slay
you.
Back. My sister says it like literally every other word, and she's 5 years younger than I am, and I'm just like, oh, thanks.
It's like sometimes I'm like, I don't know that should have been used there.
Well, it's just, she uses it for multiple different, it's like either, in the traditional form of like you're slaying, looks great, but also like, she'll be like, okay, slay, like, sounds good.
Yeah, I think slay, like, is like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, be there in 10, slay.
Yeah.
Totally.
And that's just, it's not going to be me. It can't be me.
I think we're even aging ourselves by how much
dictionary.
we're talking about slay. Like I think
I know.
We're like
Wait,
late
that's
to the
actually
slay
so
game.
true. What are other things that people are saying?
Okay,
Like
I
the
don't
kids.
even
Marshall,
know.
what are the kids saying these days?
That's what we asked Jordan too.
Well, Slay and Bet are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could never say bet.
Riz.
Riz.
It
Like
took me
you can like use
took me
that
a while.
seamlessly in a sentence and no one would be like, what?
I say Slay, Bet, Riz, Lit, all of it.
Lit.
Lit's
Riz.
old. Lit is old.
I know, but I can't say it.
Yeah, I'm never like, that's lit.
No.
No. How was last night?
That's
Honestly,
lit.
kind
I say
of lit. I don't know. If I said Riz like seriously to someone in a sentence, like they would be like, I'm so sorry. What did you just?
Yeah.
What was the word that
You're
just
like,
came out
it's
of your
all man.
mouth?
He rizzed her up.
It
Yeah,
took
is
me a
that how
while
you
to
say
actually
it?
like ask somebody, like someone, please tell me what that means.
Well, have you seen on Love Island Games
Yes.
that sign in the back that's
Yes.
like, what does it say?
I think it says rizzed up.
What about
Dub?
Dub? Yeah.
Is that like
For W.
Oh, W?
You just won. You're winning.
Oh, I feel like that's old too. See, there's
The
the
first thing that came to my
I
mind was Buffalo Wild Wings when he said that.
Yeah.
Like B-dubs.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like there's old words that like were
Those-
popular that are now like making like
Yeah.
they think they
Yeah.
discovered them, but they didn't.
Those Love Island
Right.
Because
gamers
lit
say those words seamlessly also.
That's true. It rolls off
I
the
just
tongue.
don't think I'd
does.
be able to have like a conversation, like speaking for Love Island games, and like you're talking with a guy, and he's like, "I bet that's lit." Like I
No,
don't,
and it happens
would-
all the time. And I'm like,
would
I
be
can't.
like, I am so.
They're speaking a
out
different
on
language.
this.
Right. I would
the,
be
Lo-
like,
the Love
that a
Island
good
US
thing?
people speak an entirely different language. Like the UK people, I relate to what they're saying more than I do the US people.
Well, it's funny because when I'm watching Love Island, like the Love Island games, which is like the US, UK, Australia, if you haven't watched it, I really
it's
like
fantastic.
it.
I love it.
But I watch so much Love Island UK
Yeah.
that they actually do kind of speak another language. Like they use
Yeah.
terms that we don't use here.
Mhm.
And I so much more understand what they're saying.
Totally.
Like lip-sing
Yeah.
for like
Love it.
kissing. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, they're lip-sing actually.
Yeah.
So like but if someone was like, I don't even know what
I don't even know.
someone from the US would say.
About kissing.
Hooking up, making out.
Making out.
Do people say making out? Do people say making out still?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
they're macking.
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 I don't know.
Snogging.
Snog.
That rolls off the tongue
Yeah.
for me.
But it even feels like the UK people have moved on from snogging. Like
Yeah.
nobody says it even.
Angus Thongs and
lips-
Perfect Snogging.
Great movie. Lip sync.
I don't even know what that
They
is.
say
That
now.
feels like something you would know. Like definitely came out like
that was our.
What's it called?
Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. It was a
That
book.
sounds fun.
It's a
our-
Nickelodeon.
It's our
Oh.
era for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Gosh,
I
I
missed
forget
that.
her
You guys are like
name.
what, 2 years younger than me, probably?
We're close. I'm 29.
Okay.
She's 26.
Mm.
Oh,
Nice.
don't look at me like that.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
When I was having this conversation too, like sometimes I just forget that I'm the oldest in our little work group, and I'm like, people ask me how old I am. In my head, I think 27, but 29 comes out of my mouth. you
Yeah.
know?
I just would never, because sometimes I get like annoyed sometimes you'll call yourself old and I'm like, what are you like it's just not old at all.
29 is also just a really weird
no, but
age.
I get
Anytime
really
anybody
mad
asks
when
me how old I
anybody
am,
in their like from 25 to 35 or even whatever, they're like, I'm so old. Like, no.
I actually,
no.
like, I'll say, like,
You're
I'm
not.
old, like, as a joke. I
Yeah.
don't actually think I'm old.
Yeah.
But, like,
I
sometimes
agree.
I'm
That's how
talking
I
to
do it, too.
someone and I'm like, oh, I'm old.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
it's more
because
like,
they're, like,
yeah,
in another world.
Yep.
I'm older than you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I feel sometimes. Like, there will be some things
But,
on
like, when if
TikTok.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say lit, I'm too old for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I cannot describe something as lit
Yeah.
because I am too old.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
No, totally
You
fine.
it's like a fine line of like you have to be self-aware
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Because like I always hear about this with like I'm some like maybe it was like Cody's mom was like, I don't want to wear something that like makes me look too young, but I don't want to wear
Right.
something that makes me look too old. Like I want to wear something that's like age appropriate. And I was like, oh, you can wear whatever you want. But now I'm like, I don't even want to say lit because I feel like I'm too. And I think
Yeah.
it's just like the same thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like about having the self-awareness of like, this isn't for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think about that with clothes all the time too. Because
I'm-
I like put on an outfit, I'll be like, am I wearing this because I actually like it, or am I wearing it because it makes me look like a Gen Z TikToker?
Totally. Like I'm like, when am I going to stop wearing crop tops?
Yeah.
Can't stop. I'm addicted
No,
to it.
no.
Even with the pregnancy, I'm like, well, every shirt's just a crop top now, and I'm not
Yep.
trying to change it.
I love that though. Like I love
Yeah.
the crop top look like
It's
when you're pregnant.
It's
Yeah.
fun,
Mhm.
but I'm like, okay, and then after.
Right.
And then when I'm at preschool with my son, crop top? Yes,
Yeah,
no? I guess we'll never know.
I think it still plays.
I was like, I can't buy
Crop
a
top
whole new
never dies.
wardrobe.
No.
All I have is crop tops. What am I supposed to do? Invest in long shirts?
In a
I have to save my money for my
normal size
child.
t-shirt?
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm just like a giving mom.
No,
I have to
I
give all
haven't
my money to
bought-
my kid. I
I haven't
can't.
bought like a long t-shirt in a long time.
But now I'm like looking online and I'm like, why are these all crop tops?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Oh my God, what's happening? I'm
Yeah.
looking. This is like this shirt that I'm wearing. I was like, this is a long shirt.
Yeah.
And then I put it on this morning and I was like, no, it's not. I was driving and it was just fully up here.
It's just out.
Yeah.
It's free.
I'm surprised it hasn't come out since I've been sitting here. But
You got
anyway,
it tucked in your crisscross
yeah,
applesauce.
I'm all side in. What the fuck am I even talking about?
How are
The
you
kid-
feeling? We haven't talked about
I'm
we haven't talked about you
Totally fine. We don't have to talk about me. That's not
yet. No,
the.
but we want to hear about you.
I'm
She'll
so
tell us
good.
tomorrow.
I am good. I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Mhm.
pregnant, and it's been good. So I'm feeling good, but
She said, I want to count the amount of times you said, I'm good. I'm good. It's good.
because it's like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, this is a great day, and then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And today was one of those.
Yeah.
And that's totally okay. You should allow
Yeah.
yourself to have that. you
I
know?
do. There's no choice really because
Mhm.
it just
Right.
kind of like
Right.
comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been good. Everything's good. Actually, when people are listening, I am on maternity leave.
Ooh.
So the baby
Love it.
has probably arrived.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Listening in the future.
yeah.
In the past.
Hello, future me.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
baby.
There really is nothing like the new year. You know, the feeling of like a fresh start, a clean slate. You're setting some new goals, you're trying new things. I don't know, I just love it. And this year, a goal of mine is to really prioritize my own mental health and make sure that I am mentally strong and healthy so that I can be the best mom and wife and friend and daughter that I can possibly be. I also want to learn how to better cope with stress and the chaos of life because there's going to be a lot of that going on. And I am just so lucky to have found Cerebral, the perfect place for me and anyone who has set a goal to focus on their mental health to start. Cerebral is here to help you achieve your mental wellness goals with professional therapy and medication management support 100% online. You'll experience the all-new Cerebral Way, an innovative approach to mental wellness designed around you. You'll get a personalized treatment plan from a therapist, prescriber, or both in a safe and judgment-free zone. You'll get an expert clinician working alongside you to craft a treatment plan that is tailored to your individual goals. Whether you're looking for therapy, medication management, or both, Cerebral has you covered. Cerebral also takes the worry away from finding the right provider and scheduling appointments. Don't have to worry about that anymore. They bring it all to you wherever you need it. To get started on your path toward better mental health, Cerebral is giving our listeners 15% off their first month of online therapy, medication, or both. Get started at Cerebral.com/podcast and use code CircleTime. That's Cerebral, CEREBRAL.com/podcast and use code CircleTime to get 15% off your first month. Make 2024 your best year yet. Offer only valid on monthly plans. Other exclusions may apply. See site for details.
But since this is going to be in the new year, I actually had a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you'll be able to answer it off the top of your head because I consider you pop culture connoisseurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good word.
We're so French today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
Oui.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but I do. You guys know a lot, and I feel like I have very similar opinions to most things that you
Mhm.
say. I can't
Thank you.
think of a time I've disagreed.
There has
Not
to be
off the top.
something.
There has-
but-
there- I'm sure,
Something,
but like
but
I usually we're
thanks.
on the same page.
Yes.
Yep.
What would you say, looking at 2023, have been like the craziest things that you wouldn't have expected to happen in pop culture?
Oh, well, immediately.
I mean, we're
it's-
living it right
it's
now,
Taylor
right?
Swift and
Yeah.
Travis Kelce. Like,
We're living it for
whoa.
sure.
Yeah.
like what? This is like, it's like so exciting. I cannot get enough of it.
And I
It's
just,
the
I just don't
greatest-
think
it's the
anybody
greatest thing
expected
that's
it.
ever
Even when it
happened.
came out, like they might be talking.
Yeah.
I was like, I would support this.
I hope future them is still together.
Right.
I know. I think about that all the time because like it's all I want to talk about. But I'm like, these episodes are coming out. I'm thinking they're actually
They could be
better
married
than ever.
Yeah, I would like to put that energy out there.
Yeah.
Ria
It's
and I
so
have been
good to see that they're
I've been
still
planning their
thriving.
engagement. If she wants to call us,
We've been planning their engagement
yeah.
and their wedding more than we've been planning our own wedding.
Have you? What are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking she gets like presidential level Secret Service to help her have her wedding at her beautiful Rhode Island mansion. Outdoor.
I just feel like you'd be able to peek in too much, you know? They have to go into like the middle of the woods.
I think they're gonna.
I think
I
said
one
she
day they're
screams
gonna be
outdoor wedding
married.
to me. She does.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that. I don't think she screams wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe
that
they'll
there's gonna
elope.
be a whole thing.
But I feel like Travis would want,
Yeah,
like
I
the
feel like
Kelsey
the
side,
with
I think
everything-
would want like a
True.
wedding.
And also with like
What would Jason say?
right, with everything that's happening right
Good
now with them,
question.
like I feel like they're like we want to like exclaim our love to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess we'll see.
I
But
think
it really is. That is. I would say. I would agree that it's like one of the
Mhm.
most surprising things to happen.
Yeah.
I think her kind of just like the trajectory of Taylor Swift in 2023
Mhm.
has been so surprising because I thought Joe
Yeah.
was endgame.
I mean, that all happened like very, very close together. The breakup, Maddie Healy, Travis Kelsey, all in the matter of
and
like
it's
6
all,
months.
Yeah, it's all happened this year.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
in 2023,
Yeah.
and so it's like it's just that would have not been on my
I know.
my bingo.
I
card
thought it
for
was Joe
23.
also, but now isn't it so crazy that you were like, thought it was Joe, and now seeing a complete opposite relationship, I'm like, no, this is it. How dare I even think Joe was good for her in the first place?
How dare I even once liked the man?
Right. Seriously.
Like now I see him and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
What have you ever done?
Seriously. They way to not support her ever.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah.
No, I know. I can't
Can't
with
believe it
Joe.
that we were like, oh,
I
this
was
guy,
so
he's
sad.
It's so nice they keep the relationship so private. He respects her so much. Lies.
Yeah, no, because now
It's
it's
true.
kind of like becoming noticeable that he was the one who wanted to keep it so private
Yeah.
because she has not been very private with this. Like,
Right.
they're screaming it from the mountaintops.
And
Yeah.
nothing during this
this
time.
is crazy
like,
that this is
Swifties
going to
on-
air in
I
2024
know.
because it is November 2023
Yeah.
right now.
Well, what
Swift-
can I
We're
say? We
talking.
work very far ahead here in circle time.
Swifties in 2023 also just like the tweets and everything have been so funny, and Joe
Yeah.
has been the
He's
butt,
been
of,
the
the
butt
joke,
of the joke. Yeah.
big time, and I've been laughing.
Me too. Oh, me too.
I've been laughing.
But I'm like scared to like. I just hope that we're not thinking about Travis in the same way in a few months.
right. No, Ria actually said. Did you say this publicly or to us
About how
about
he
how
can't
like
break up
yeah,
with
you
her.
said it on the show.
Yeah, I said it on the show, like when it was first starting. Oh, no, I mean, it's all
Yeah.
gone so fast. But I was like, he can't break up with her and she can't break up with him
Yeah.
because either way, it's not going to be good for him. If she breaks up with
Yeah.
him,
Mhm.
it's going to be like, what was wrong with him? And if he breaks up with her, it's
How
going to be like,
fucking
how
dare
dare
you?
you?
Yeah, but we
You know?
also have we never actually know how things play
We
out.
never know
Yeah.
who breaks up with who, but I
Right.
just think they'll know it ended. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying like
And
when it ends.
when
if
if it ends,
it's not going to be good for him.
unless she is like, guys, totally cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
totally
yeah.
cool, whatever. But then if the songs start coming out and there's details in the song, because
Mhm.
that's what happens,
Yeah.
then people pick up like, oh no, what did he do?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
you know,
Nobody's happier right
But
now.
I think they're
than-
getting
than-
married, so-
yeah, same. And
Me
nobody's
too.
happier than her dad. Like her dad had to
It
go
makes me
from
want to cry.
her dad had to go from
It's
like
amazing.
faking being interested in these British
Artists.
I said
artists.
freaks the other day.
Either one.
Yeah.
These British
Hand in hand.
artsy fartsy guys.
Yeah.
And like, Joe Alwyn, British like theater guy, and Maddie Healy, yuck.
Freak. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and now he's just like he can finally live that dream of like elbowing the guy and being like, you catch that game?
Totally. Also,
You play
he's
great.
He's a big guy. Like
I
well,
thought that too. He's tall.
Right.
I mean, Taylor's
'cause
tall.
Taylor's tall, so it's like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Travis Kelsey is a big boy.
Right. I've never
which-
thought about Scott
which takes
Swift's
over
height
my
until
dreams.
now.
Travis Kelsey's size. I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
big boy.
Big, beefy tree of a man
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what Hillary Burton from
Oh yeah, from
she-
One Tree Hill.
Yes, she is this loves this pairing, and she tweets about it. And she tweeted like she called him big old beefy tree of a man.
Oh my God, that's so descriptive.
Yeah.
But she's not
And like
wrong.
describes him perfectly.
But seeing her dad next to him, I'm like, oh, he's also like a tall guy.
Yeah. Well, it would make she's so tall, so it's like, where did it come from?
I know, and she can just enjoy him, and I hope that
Enjoy him.
No,
him.
believe me, the way that we have seen the pictures and videos, and every time like our first thoughts are like, we're like, oh, look at her in her heels nuzzling into him. Like,
Yeah,
he never gets to do that.
It's true. Did you see the tweet that was like, for the first time, Taylor Swift is going to sleep tonight as the little spoon?
Yeah. Oh my God, that is so true.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah.
She just feels like so cute with him.
Yeah. She's just a little girl.
Yeah.
Gosh.
She doesn't want to feel like that, I don't think.
I know.
But
I can't even remember like what else happened this year. Did anything happen?
No,
I mean,
that's
like there
taken
was like a
over.
lot of like I feel like the Vanderpump stuff was
Yeah.
Oh,
really
that was-
big deal.
that was big.
Scandival was huge.
Yeah.
A lot of breakups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of breakups and a lot of engagements at the same time.
a lot of like
But,
Bravo stuff
divorces.
that happened. I think Bravo like really amped up in the year
Yeah,
2023.
Scandival definitely has got to be.
Yeah.
That'll be like at the top of all those lists that come out at the end of the
Right.
year.
right.
That was crazy. And like, I mean, even
Just as a study of like why the world cared so much
Yeah.
too, you know?
Totally.
But even if you're just a Bravo fan in general, like the Real Housewives, like Kyle and Mauricio or
Yeah.
Southern Charm, or
Yeah,
like
there
things
was
like
a lot
that. Like
going
it's just a
on.
lot going on in Bravo. I mean, Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner.
That's
Yeah.
a big one.
That's a big one.
I was like I was not into that, but I think it works all of a sudden.
Same. I came around to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, she looks like the best she has ever had. In my like, there's something going on with her hair that I'm like, this is the most perfect hair. Like I've been noticing that about Kylie Jenner lately.
Yeah.
Her hair is looking luscious and
She's just living
beautiful
her
curls.
best self with
And I just want to
Chalamet.
Timmy Tim.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
That is true.
maybe. Maybe what needed, like Taylor Swift needed, they needed to just role reverse.
Exactly.
Now, like Kylie's with like the theater guy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she wasn't really with an athlete before, so.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Now I just feel like Timothy Chalamet is so like artsy.
Definitely. I mean, it's complete opposite of anybody. And no matter what you take, even if you know you're doing it, you always subconsciously take characteristics from your partner.
Right.
And it like becomes a part of you and you don't even really know that you're doing it.
Right.
And if it's somebody who is super opposite of you, like I think she's getting some things from him.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Compared to-
hair
compared to
tips.
Travis
Her hair
Scott.
looks great.
Like,
I agree.
Seriously.
I agree. I
Like
think.
they have like the most toxic
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. I know.
And so I think they have to go full flip it around.
Right.
yeah.
What do you think is going to happen in 2024? Is there anything that you hope happens, even if it's like Rihanna finally releasing new music?
I do think that is going to happen.
I definitely want that
Do
to
you?
happen. Like, I really want that
I don't
to
know.
happen.
She keeps saying it, or
I'm
the
such
the
a,
internet
like,
keeps saying it.
Huge ASAP Rocky Rihanna fan.
Yeah.
Like both of them separately and
Mhm.
together. So they make me really happy. So I'd really like something from Rihanna there, but
Yeah.
no pressure to her. You know what I mean? Like when you have $1 billion business,
Yeah.
who's to tell you that you need to release music?
Right.
I understand why you're not.
Yeah.
You just had 2 kids.
Right.
You have $1 billion makeup business. If you don't want to release music, you know what? Tell us to fuck off.
But also,
Which she has multiple
Yeah.
times.
she will.
Yeah. And thank you.
But I
you
think
know?
it's like nothing good is going to come if you feel like pressured to do it. Like sometimes if I'm like, I don't want to, this week isn't crazy, I can't vlog. Like if I try to vlog, my videos turn out like shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
Yep.
you just, maybe she's just not in the zone. And like
Right.
everybody always says, my vlogs are exactly like Rihanna's music.
Yeah.
They go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
they're the exact
Yep.
same thing. So
You're like, some days I don't feel like vlogging, just
Yeah.
like Rihanna doesn't
Rihanna
want to be in the
doesn't wanna be in
studio.
music. You can't rush perfection.
No, you
That's what
cannot.
I always
Art.
say. Exactly.
Although, you know, as I whisper, like, it's been like a lot of years.
But here's the
No,
thing.
I know. I'm like, okay, but 2016.
Right.
Like when I listened to
It's
that
like,
last
it's
album,
been a lot
I'm
of
like,
years.
the
Yeah.
shit that I was going through when I was listening to that album
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
the same shit now. So I'd
Right.
love to get new memories.
And also ASAP Rocky hasn't either. So it's like, I know you guys are having a great time, but
Right. You're having
they're making
babies.
babies.
you're making babies, but neither of you want to work.
I think she's working.
Kim Kardashian, like nobody wants to get up and work. That's why we just sit and talk
As
on a
she's like
podcast.
not like as she's coming out with like something new.
No,
for
I know.
Yeah.
No, they're
Fenty all
great.
the
They're
time.
great.
Yeah.
Seriously,
She's like a billionaire
seriously,
now.
don't listen to me, Rihanna and ASAP. You guys are way better off.
You guys are doing amazing. We
makeup
just
mogul.
miss you.
That's it.
so
we just
much.
miss you.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm also excited for, really sticking on that topic of people getting back to work,
Yeah.
for my shows to come back.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
2024,
shows.
like,
yeah, it's gonna be big.
Please give me my cable television back again.
Yeah.
I miss it.
What are you most excited for a new season of?
All my Chicago shows. I watch all the Chicago shows on
That is,
NBC.
I couldn't have pictured you saying something less random.
No, I
like
watch
that was the most random thing you were ever gonna say.
Like,
It was so
that's
not
still
random to me
on.
because I
Yeah.
hear her talk about these
no,
shows
I'm
all the
dying.
time.
Like,
I
the
really
Chicago
appreciate
shows
that
also,
about you,
every
Fran. I
season
really do.
ends on a cliffhanger. It's like somebody either may be dead,
Yeah.
maybe this fire finally killed this person, maybe this
Yeah.
happened. And it's been months and months now.
Right. I
where
will
I've had
say-
to wait for them to go back to work.
Those shows come up on my TikTok, like clips of
Yeah.
them, and I'm always watching.
Yeah. That's
So
because they're
Yeah.
great.
it is good. But there
Yeah.
has been a lot, like the
I've
summer I
just been-
turned pretty. I've
yes,
been waiting for that
yes.
to.
well, you just
There's
want
just a
these
ton
people
of shows that like
get back.
I mean, Euphoria. It's
Yeah.
like they're gonna be
Forgot about that
They're
show.
gonna be grown.
Well, that's
up.
why we're gonna feel it. Like,
like
we
what
don't feel
year
it
are
yet.
they picking up in?
yeah, we don't
Right.
feel it yet, but when we finally see these shows like actually going back to film, it'll be like, oh, now we have a whole nother like year plus for them to come
Right.
out.
It takes a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think I think like you guys will both be married before.
I know.
Yeah,
any-
before Euphoria comes out.
Yeah, before any
Yeah.
of these shows.
Yeah.
The
come
Wicked.
back.
Who knows when the Wicked musical is going
Right.
to come out?
Right.
That may get pushed even more.
Wait, I'm actually really
Part 1 and
excited
part
for
2.
that.
Oh, same.
Speaking of shocking things that happened in 2023, Ariana Grande dating SpongeBob.
True.
I could not agree more. Ariana Grande getting divorced. I mean, she didn't really need to get married, but like that
Yeah.
whole Marsh is an Ariana Grande fan, so we can't say anything like too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly for Marsh, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. You think she's gonna make little SpongeBob
I mean, like her,
baby?
her relationship, her dating history is like,
It's a little,
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where that goes.
same.
yeah.
Like we got. I'm worried for him. For
Yeah,
Sponge.
Right. I'm not worried about Ariana.
Well,
She's going to be just
She's
fine.
obviously going to be fine. Anybody
Yeah.
like
Ariana Grande is going to be
she's
A-okay.
clearly
But
going to be fine. Everybody will just leave their
SpongeBob-
families
Yeah,
for
yeah,
her.
that's
So
right. SpongeBob
she's
has
gonna be totally
uplifted his
fine.
entire life.
Yeah, it's him that's the concern.
Right.
He's peaking right now
Mm-hmm.
with Ariana Grande.
Yeah. And it could go south.
And unfortunately his whole family was kind of just tossed out to the side of the road and he's going to be missing them one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
When she moves on
Right, when she tosses him on the side
to
of the road.
someone that's not SpongeBob.
Yep.
Those are my thoughts.
You know, could not agree more.
Yep.
But I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll be wrong about everything that we've just predicted.
Yeah, maybe.
I
They
kind
might-
of love
who
doing this
knows
so
what-
far
right,
in
if
advance.
it- like, we're, like,
can't wait to
predicting the future.
Yeah, can't wait to hear like if we're right or wrong.
Right.
It's kind of fun though, because then we could say like, see, we called this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Circle time predicted this.
Yes.
You know?
Taylor will have I think she'll have a new album also like pretty early in the year, I think.
I think she'll have a new re-release. I don't think
she's
she'll
gonna
have a
do
new album.
You think a whole
You think
new one?
TS10 is coming?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Franny, I
worried
like
about
that
you.
from
Yeah.
you. I like that. I don't know.
I
You
think
usually,
I'm
you're-
worried that
here's
she'll
the
be
thing, though.
disappointed.
I'll
I think
say
she's
this, you're-
cooking it up.
You're usually right about these things, so that's why I like.
Really?
I'm like taking that as like.
She's just constantly
A
making
fact.
music. I mean, I didn't even think
That's
like
true.
when Midnight's came out, I was like, girl, take a break.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
It's so much.
I know.
I thought she was gonna do all her re-releases and not put new music out at the same
she's
time,
on
but she's been
tour.
doing both.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, how many songs do you think she's written about Travis Kelce already? She's probably got like 50 songs in the oven ready to go.
I mean, I'm ready to eat them up whenever she wants to get them out.
They're cooking.
Yeah.
They are cooking.
Well, I'm excited to see where these predictions
Yeah.
go.
Me too.
We have one more thing. We usually do a little journal time at the end. So I ask like a question for a kid
Okay.
and you guys get to answer it. But I have new journal questions. I have a whole book full of them now.
Love it.
So you guys have to
Yay.
give me a date and I'm going to read you the question from this date because it's like a question a day.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we do our birthdays?
Should we just pick one birthday though? Because she
Oh.
said pick one date.
Oh, one date. Yeah, let's do your
Is-
birthday.
Why?
This is like in the middle of the book. You know, it's like the middle of the year.
Okay, sure.
That's
but then I
sweet.
feel bad that we're not going to pick your birthday.
That's okay.
Okay.
Are you sure?
July 26th. Yes. I just like the visual of like opening halfway in the book, you know?
July 20.
It just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Why don't we use Kelsey's birthday? Okay.
We're sticking to July 26th.
All right.
July 26th is this is a good question.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I like to blank.
Oh. Oh, a couple things I like.
Yeah, tell us. Be honest.
What? This is for a kid, by the way.
No. The question's for a kid. The answer's for an adult.
Oh.
You can you don't have to be like, brush my teeth. You can like say what you were actually thinking. What were you thinking? What was the first thing that came to your mind? Say it.
The first thing that came to my mind was like, a little,
Little action?
a little action. Like
I actually had no idea where you were going with
Really?
that.
Like-
I didn't know if you were going to say like,
Oh, no, I could
don't
tell
know.
immediately that I was going in a
but I
sexual,
feel like
in a
that's, no, but
sexual
I feel like
direction.
that's so like, I have sex. You know what I mean? But like, that's just where my like
Yeah.
brain
that's okay.
went
You're
to.
a grown-ass
Like, yeah.
woman
You're
who has
engaged.
sex.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I just like,
S-E-X.
Say it. Actually, I don't even want to
Now
say
you
it.
have to say it.
no, I just like,
Want to make love.
no, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really
Yeah.
just like, I just love
You
going
wanna-
at it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right before
and,
bed.
And then like, you're exhausted after. You give it your all.
Exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
Oh my God. I can't even catch my
Yeah,
breath.
right. You both give it your all. You lay it all out on the field, and then you just like
Go
you
to
snuggle
sleep.
up,
Yeah.
snuggle up nicely and hit the hay. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Because I just feel like that's like like you said, like brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
Like doing my skincare
Yeah,
routine.
yeah.
Like,
No, you're being honest, and I appreciate that.
I just feel like
like
it's
that's
so-
actually my answer.
no, but same,
And that's
you know,
also beautiful.
No, but also same too.
Yeah.
But it's like
I like to read my book.
yeah, there's so many things, but it's just like
I'm not a nighttime sex person though. I'm a morning sex person.
really interesting.
Well, both of them
Yeah.
make sense. I mean, if you're going as hard as Ria is, you want to
Yeah.
take a nap after.
Right, exactly.
But like sometimes you want to wake
It
up.
wakes me up.
It wakes you up.
Yeah, and
Clearly you
then,
didn't
and
have
then
sex
I can't
this
fall.
morning.
Then I can't fall asleep. Yeah, I'm in LA.
Yeah. That's why we're
Yeah.
so tired.
All alone. No, but I
Okay.
really do like to read my book, and I take a extremely long time doing my nighttime skincare.
But imagine you were like, because people they like nighttime sex or they like morning sex. But imagine Fran was like, I like midday.
No,
Like,
just
like,
lunch break.
lunch break.
Like 3 p.m. No, I mean,
People should do that more.
people can
Well,
hit a
actually,
midday.
people
Like,
might.
we
I have no idea.
yeah,
What your
sometimes you
sex
hit a
schedules
midday
are.
if you're not at work, but like,
Okay,
imagine-
sometimes you hit it midday if you're not at work. That's crazy.
I didn't say hit it.
Yeah, no,
Kevin
you did.
made-
I said hit a midday.
Oh, no, that makes more sense.
And I was kidding. I don't speak like that.
Sometimes just hit it midday, like not at work.
That's exactly
Fuck
how I
it.
wanted to come out, like as a joke, but it sounded like I was being serious, and I was not. I promise.
No, like hit it midday. Sometimes totally get it. Like it's if you're not at work.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you guys work together, so
Yeah, you could hit it midday at work.
In the studio.
You never know what happens.
No, but like, it just imagine someone's like, no, I like a 3 p.m.er.
yeah.
You know?
I actually,
I'm sure there's plenty of people out
There
there.
are
who
probably.
and also
Probably.
like it's probably nice.
Yeah.
Break
I
up the
just like,
day.
I like to have a good shower after, and
What are you doing? I'm like ready to go. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
here's to the day.
Yeah.
Ria's napping, showering. Like,
There's a lot going
there's
on.
a lot. I wish we started this conversation an hour ago.
Oh,
But I'll just
boy.
leave it up to the imagination.
Yeah.
No, was one thing I love about my relationship. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just give it our all every
Yeah,
time.
that's
you know?
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
I'm sorry that it took this turn.
I'm happy that it took this turn. I really
I
am.
hope they keep that forever,
Yeah.
I'm never going to forget it. I'm really excited for you. I'm excited for both of you. Good book and good
right.
skincare
And
is
also
also just as
morning,
important.
get the day going. That's great
Yeah,
too.
start out the
that's-
day.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
a great way to start off the
impressive.
day. Yeah.
You guys are
You should
both
be impressed with
impressive.
We just
yourself.
had one of our coworkers made a video about it, Kevin KFC, where like he was talking about this woman who I don't remember her name, but she is maybe a sex therapist, like something in that world.
Okay.
And she was saying how the movement of like having sex before you go like out to dinner on a date and instead of after.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love that.
I
Yeah.
actually
Love that.
love that as well.
Because you go and it's that mindset of like you're going to have a nice meal.
Yeah.
You're eating a lot of pasta. It's
Yeah.
delicious. Then you go
Yeah,
home and
yeah.
you're like you're
Fulfilled in all ways.
yeah.
And you're also just
Joe
like,
says
you might be a little,
TF, which is a little vulgar, but
what is that?
too fat to fuck.
Oh, like after a big meal?
Yep.
Damn. Goals.
Yep. Which I think a lot of people feel.
Yeah, no,
No,
you're
it
like,
makes
you're
sense. It
lethargic.
depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, I
You
just
can feel
can't
full,
right now.
right?
You
Yeah.
know?
Then like
No.
and then the indigestion's coming up, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's like a little hard on the chest.
That marinara sauce is coming back up.
Yeah, exactly. Ria has to eat like power bars before she does it. Really like drink a protein shake.
She's stretching, clearly.
Well, I just
You know, I
love
didn't
you
think we
guys
would end
so
this
much.
podcast
I'm
in
so
this
happy
sexual
that we
nature,
did.
but-
It was such a
God,
children-like journal.
we are not these vulgar vulgar
That's what
guys.
Circle Time does to you. Really brings
we're
out the
not-
vulgarity in people.
We are not
Everybody
these
always
vulgar
says
gals,
that.
except
You're ladies.
we are.
Except when it's ready for bedtime.
Yeah,
Except when it's bedtime, then we get crazy.
I can't wait to listen back to this and just because I forget the exact words that now that you said when she asked
hit him.
the question. But you were like, oh, I know what I want.
I got one thing on my mind when I'm going
But
to
like,
bed.
I feel like that was so like but it just was the first thing that like
that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to answer with the first thing.
yes,
And I'm happy you did. And I loved both of your answers. And
Yes.
I love both of you.
and we
So
love
much.
you so
Too.
much.
And thank you for joining us.
No, thank you
you.
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I feel so
How
calm.
did
Like I
end
don't
up
want to
in
leave.
this position?
Yeah, you've been trying to figure. You're jealous that we took off our shoes.
Yeah.
and
I
you
know,
wish you
more
did
and
this
more
whole
comfy.
time.
That's
I did not
beautiful.
like that. So,
Your
okay.
shoes are way cooler though. Mine are really dirty, so I'm glad you
Yeah.
kept yours on because
Me
they
too.
look cool.
Me too.
Okay, love you. Thank you so
Love
much.
you guys.
Yes,
Everybody,
love you so much.
go listen to Chicks in the Office. Do you want to tell them your like Instagrams too?
Sure.
Yeah, so when it comes to this, it's always like our Italian names that we have to spell out every time we say it. It's not an easy Instagram handle. It's like Maria Chiffo, and by the way, that's spelled CIUFFO.
Exactly.
And also follow us at Chicks in the Office.
Yep.
Francesca Mariano.
Yeah.
We'd like to have our, full legal names.
Yeah.
I
on
love
our-
you. You
on
guys
our
have beautiful
Instagrams.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, your last name is way like flows way
Yeah,
more.
yeah. Yes, and that's us and Chicks in the Office on Instagram and TikTok.
Wherever you want to find us.
Catch us there.
X, obviously.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
of course.
obviously.
Yep, of course.
All right. Well, thank you
All right.
guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you so
Love
much.
you.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.